Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling coherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And they continue with The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Now I think I'll take care of the nearby question marks this time. But first, I'll read all of the books that I picked up last time. The Ladies of the Woods. The gods have abandoned us. The mighty of this earth care not for our fate. Only the ladies of the wood watch over Velen. In foul times, when plague and famine reap their harvest, we must beg the ladies for help. If they see fit, they will hear our pleas and knock back fortune's foul blows. This is how one begs for help from the ladies. Find the child, young and innocent, and take it to the Crookback Bog. Seek out the lady's shrine. It is where the tale of treats begins. Set the child off on the trail, and it shall follow the sweet track and find the good ladies. The child will never want for anything again, for the ladies are kind and generous. Stand before the shrine and pronounce your supplication, and the good ladies will hear, for they see and hear all that takes place in their demands. If you made the offering as it must be done, your plea shall be heard. After the white frost, spring ash down dreamy hills, past sparkling waters, Tirnala drifts, slowly, softly, silently into oblivion. Sage leaves blacken, frozen bones quiver, before an ice-bound eye can blink. In distant skies I will watch your descent. Beware of trolls, I read that. Contract for the monster in Oxenford, blah blah blah. What about this? The Elder Blood. What exactly is the Elder Blood? According to some, it is a powerful elven curse passed down from generation to generation. Those in whose veins the infamous hen Icar flows are said to carry death and destruction within them. To sow hatred and disdain in the hearts of men, it was from this contaminated blood that Italine prophesied an Avenger would be born, a destroyer of nations and worlds. Others claim the Elder Blood is extremely rare talent, inherited, granting control over time and space to a degree unattainable even to elven sages. Sadly, few bearers of this gift have been able to control it in full. This merely partial mastery inevitably leads to sudden outbursts of the power that take the form of unpredictable, uncontrollable, and thus extremely dangerous explosions. Behind the dark legends about the curse of the Elder Blood lies the truth of these tragic cases. For obvious reasons, the bearers of Elder Blood were always subjects of great interest to the world's mighty and the mages alike. The former counted on the truth of Itline's prophecy, an avenger being born who could destroy worlds, and who they could therefore use for their purposes. As for the latter, they hoped to harness the magic of Hen Icher to broaden their own knowledge and powers. Ultimately, all these plans were for naught. The Elder Bloodline broke off with the disappearance of the heiress of the Nilfgaardian crown, Ciri Fiona Elenriannon. Now, this is all a bit weird, because this should not be public knowledge, unless Emir made it public knowledge, but I'm not quite sure why he would. Like, officially, there was this whole false Ciri in the books, whom he presented. His spies found a lookalike, and he presented her as the real one, and actually married her, I'm pretty sure. Or at least was poised to marry her to gain control of Sintra, sort of legitimately. So, she's rather conspicuously absent from this game, to be honest. She was a pretty important character in the book, maybe not so much as a character, but as a plot device for sure. The Bear Legend. The Berserkers do not constitute a separate clan in terms of blood or lineage. They are instead a family forged by warriors who have heard the call of the bear and answered it by abandoning their loved ones and joining the community of mountain dwellers. Not every man who seeks to join it is accepted into the Brotherhood. The candidates must first pass difficult trials which usually end in their death. The last trial is the hardest, called a Trial of Bear's Triumph, but few outside of the Brotherhood have ever witnessed it, and none know what those who undergo it must endure. Quite curiously, the inhabitants of Skellige themselves know very little about the Berserkers, or Wildkarls as they call them. They do not talk about these men bears, not with outsiders, and not even among themselves. Introduction to Applied Magic. Magic is the science of harnessing, subduing, and making use of the power of the elements. It is also an incarnation of chaos, which is why no one without proper training should ever dabble in any of its domains. Expert mages make of magic an art, but the road to virtuosity leads through the years of practice, study and hard work, and require considerable amount of required inborn talent. Magic was implemented in our world through the conjunction of the spheres, and was discovered to be a living, changeable, and controllable being. Shortly thereafter, the name of the first mage, the one who discovered the talent within himself and grappled with this power, is unknown. We do, however, that in a relatively short period of time, after the discovery of magic, groups began to form in which talented beings could work together and developing their abilities. This period is usually considered the beginning of magic as a science, and these groups the prototypes of magic schools. The fundamental planes from which one might draw magic are earth, water, air, and fire. In the tome which you currently hold, each of these will have a separate chapter dedicated to it, ordered according to the levels of difficulty and danger associated with the element discussed. Okay, so that's all of the... That's all of the books, and I can get to the question marks. I'm getting utterly demolished. It's not even fun. I do feel rather embarrassed about that. Okay, that undying talent has just saved me. And you can see how cool it is. It can literally save you from the brink of death.
Jesteś paskudny.
unsent letter. Dear Elke, thank the gods. Thank the gods, fools believe in them. We've made good use of the fact twice now. First, we stole that load of silver from the temple. No one was watching, because who would be brave enough to risk the gods' wrath by desecrating such a holy place? And then we hid it all in the ruins, said to have been cursed by elven gods. No one goes near there, no one even looks at them too closely. Soon we didn't even really have to hide it. Is the treasure safer there than in Vivaldi's bank? We'll spend the night in the woods, then I'll ride to Novigrad, find a buyer for the whole stash. We're going to be rich, Elke, rich. And maybe then I'll throw something in the plate. A token of my gratitude to superstition and stupidity. Apparently that ancient elven curse was not as harmless as you would have liked. Already over encumbered. okay, there's an illusion, but it's also underground. Like, is it all in those elven ruins that I've just been in? With Ciri? Because they were pretty expensive. Maybe there were other
Nigdy się nie nauczycie. No dalej!
Last week, the three of us grabbed this traveler. Looked like the kind of cowardly fuck that starts shitting his britches at the first sight of you, but seems looks can be deceiving. Bastard started waving a sword, cut my ear off, and sliced Olaf's arse so deep he's got an extra crack, except for the new one is horizontal. Then he smacked Ivor in the forehead with the hilt. Poor sod's still dizzy. We snapped him in the end, of course. Every fellow's doomed when he's outnumbered, but it turned out he had a handful of coins in his pouch, a copper ring on his finger, and that's it. We lost out on this robbery, paid more to the herbalist for patching us up than we took from the horse on. Afterwards Olaf said, "Why the devils risk our necks waiting around for travelers when gold's literally sitting right under our feet, buried with the dead? A corpse can't defend itself, so the risk of injury is nil. No need to wait around until someone walks by. There's already a couple dozen someone's waiting for us lying in the graves, each one marked out like a veg at the grocer's. So I gave it a good thing and concluded Olaf's talking sense. So starting tomorrow, we're going to stay off the roads and do the looting in the graveyard instead. Find the loot in the catacombs. To be honest, this is actually very cool because it's going to show me the entrance to those, I assume. I guess it won't show me the entrance to the catacombs. There's just a particular sword lying around. So I still need to find my way back. To the Elven Ruins, because I definitely think those other things, like the Place of Power and the like, they might literally be, underneath. I think it's somewhere over here. It should be visible from... the problem is I didn't travel there myself. I clicked the option to let Ciri take me there, so I don't know exactly where it is, to be honest. It supposedly is on level here. The illusion. But I guess I have to find the other side of this? Because I can't get through here. So that was all an exercise in futility.
Dajesz mi wyboru.
So it can't be in here, because this is blocked. I'll leave that be for later then. I apologize for everything. This was a giant waste of everyone's time.
Co za smród.
Nie patrzcie mu pod niej! Trzymamy! Spróbuj ze mną, fiucie! Mutant!
Długa droga.
I'm trying to make a turn.
No to droga.
Jan, come back to me, I'm begging you. Each day is more dangerous than the last. There's strange men lurking us outside the house, watching me, carrying weapons. I am afraid they know something about our stash of valuables and are waiting for a chance to rob us, or worse. I remember what you wrote earlier, that you can't abandon your post now, that they owe you back pay, that if you don't pay, the coin's gone for good. But what would you rather be, a rich widower or a poor husband?
Nie właśnie mu pod miecz! Bije jak psa.
Nigdy się nie nauczycie.
Gin, durniu! Trzymaj! Czarować potrafi!
The cannibal leader was called Cannibal Chef.
Krew nie zdążyła jeszcze okrzepnąć.
Nie właśnie mu pod miecz! Śmierć za śmierć! się w kupie!
Kurwa ci ryja, mutancie!
There's a lot of those cannibals. They have like 4 big encampments just eating corpses. Like, to be honest, well, probably making corpses first to eat them. You have to be rather deranged to do that. Like, you know, I understand people eating corpses out of starvation. But I would imagine you would eat people who have already died by themselves, you know, from hunger or whatever. If you set up a whole roving band to assault people to eat them, I do genuinely believe that you have a problem.
Wiesz, Wiedźminie źle o tobie gadają, ale ja nie zapomnę, co dla nas zrobiłeś.
Wiedźmin, z nieba żeście nam tu spadli! O bogowie! Czego?
Pokaż, co masz na składzie. Bywaj.
Redanian Halberdier's armor. It looks cool enough.
Jedź, Płotka. Walczyłeś kiedyś z Wiedźminem?
Kupą go, chłopaki, kupą! Czary! No to masz przejebane! W oczach skurwysyna! Jakiś bohater?
Nothing quite like war. The Redanians and Nilfgaardians are at each other's throats, and no one pays a whit of attention to us. We can rob, raid and kill till we get bored, which will never happen. Usually I never set ashore near populated places, but this time we had no choice. Our boat started taking water after the last storm, and we had to drag her onto dry land for some repairs. We were ready for a fight when we stepped onto the beach, but no one even tried to chase us off. Sometimes some of the Baron's blowhards come to us, but taking care of them's no trouble. Since we're in no particular hurry, I've decided to build us a new vessel instead of patching up the old dinghy. Why not? Best take advantage of the turmoil while it lasts. I hear there's a boatyard nearby that will do just fine, and while we wait for the new ship, I'll send men out to look around for Queen Zuleika's famous treasure. If it's worth a tenth of what I've heard, we've all be rich. Well, I'll be at least.
Ze skóry cię obędzie!
You know what? I'll ride to town first, just to get rid of the over-encumbrance, because it is, by all accounts, pretty annoying.
Jedź, Podka.
Ciri? Jesteś ten białowłosy?
Kupujcie, Gabriele! Pokaż mi swoje towary.
Okay, I need one more village.
Bywaj.
Okay, that trader is not here. There is a blacksmith though.
No. Rozejrzę się, może coś wybiorę.
Ktoś mi zabrał lalkę.
Wyzywali nas od psu! Nie ja! Ja uciekłem z wojska! Do domu chcę wrócić, żona czeka!
No to się nie doczeka. Wojko, dawaj sznur, powiesimy syna.
Odejdź! On już tylko z kostuchą będzie gadał.
Co wam zrobił ten człowiek?
Ten? Nic. Do wsi jeno zaszedł sygnent na chleba wymienić.
Ale u nas jadła nie ma. Przez czarnych. Stratowali pola, zrabowali spichrze, spalili sady. No, to zamiast chleba dostanie pętle.
Ludzie! Czy wy nie słuchacie? Ja tej wojny nie chciałem! Uciekłem, żeby wrócić do domu, do żony i dziecka! Weźcie wszystko, co mam, ale życie darujcie!
Puśćcie go. I co, może jeszcze mu dać prowiant na drogę? Konia przysposobić.
Czarni nam nie okazali litości. To i od nas jej nie zaznają.
That guy is literally doing the only thing he can. He has been drafted forcibly because that's how it worked for a really long time, and that's how it works still in some places. He did the only thing he could do, which is desert at the first opportunity.
Próbowałem po dobroci, to teraz spróbuję siłą.
Well, I didn't, to be honest, it's a bit stupid that I have to kill them, because with the power discrepancy, I could easily beat them up. As it is, the sort of...
Dziękuję. Gdyby nie ty...
Gdyby nie ja, zginąłby tylko jeden człowiek. Naprawdę idziesz do żony?
Tak! Tuż przed wojną urodziło nam się dziecko. Dziewczynka. Dałem jej na imię Beatrice, po babce. Czemu mi pomogłeś?
Well, mostly because I think it was wrong to lynch this guy, especially because they said they don't know this guy in particular. It's not like this guy was part of the unit that robbed them and burned their houses and whatever. This guy was just another enemy soldier whom they didn't know and he didn't do anything to them.
Bo nie lubię samosądów. Idź już. I trzymaj się lepiej z dala od wsi i gościńców, póki nie przekroczysz Jarugi.
But to be honest, I kind of hate the manufactured the manufactured choice here, because with the power discrepancy, with how strong Geralt is, he could have easily, beware of pirates. Yeah, I know. He could have easily just knocked them out, rather than just kill them all. Like, he didn't need to kill them, is what I'm saying. Molke, I know you don't smuggle anymore, that you've set plenty of coin aside and ain't interested in the risk, just want to enjoy time with your wife and kiddies, but I gotta ask you for a favor. We've got to move one more load, and it's the last, I promise. It's a simple job, a couple of chests, risks minimal and the rewards substantial. Please do it, if not for the gold, then at least for time's sake.
Jak parów bieluchna. Pojadłbym twarogu, oczy i pojadłbym.
Czego?
Pokaż mi swoje towary. Bywaj.
Kupą go! Dzięki za ocalenie. Zajdźcie kiedyś do Glińska, przypomnijcie się. Za darmo ostrzygę. Dzięki, panie. Dzięki za ocalenie. Zajdźcie kiedyś do Glińska, przypomnijcie się. Za darmo ostrzygę.
Those were the days. You'd smuggle a few bottles of hooch into Oxenford, then loiter about the dormitories selling it to students. You'd come away with a hefty sack of coin, and they would have the spirits fortified for study. Then along came Radovid, who shut down the university, chased the students away, and positioned Balistay on the riverbank to sink everything floating up or down the Pontar, swans included. But there's not been a dark cloud yet. That didn't have a silver lining. Yesterday I saw a brave soldier sink a merchant vessel. Went straight to the bottom it did, along with its whole crew and its cargo. A shame about the men, really, but it would be just as big a shame to let all of those goods go to waste. So me and Martin will fish them out, dry them off and sell them. Maybe at last I'll have something to put in my pond. probably the dumbest death I could have had. Now it's definitely curious how the crossbow is ordinarily shit, but suddenly underwater it turns into a freaking railgun and just one-shots everything. Okay, I will check it out and continue with the main quest, but next time, because this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.